45 seconds to the last race. This is Zwift Insider Tiny Race number 4. As you can see, my heart rate after that last race is still sitting at about 141, which normally in between races, I get it down to about, I don't know, 128, 120 something there. I am tired. And I want to give a fact that these are hard races, but I got to also add that these are the afternoon races for me. I'm not used to running this late in the afternoon. So I'm quite tired. Plus, when I started today, if you don't know, I have a mirror, which is the Lululemon Studio thing, and I did a 15-minute lower body stretch just to get ready for this. We're at 3, 2, 1, 0. We're off. And as we get off on this race, I'm trying to keep up, but there's a light. They're not high climbs. They're slightly lower climbs, but I've been pushing this whole day. Even with this being a disqualified run, I'm still trying to push. It hurt me. Maybe somebody can give me advice on if it does go out again, ever again, a way to keep from being disqualified from the last couple of races. Maybe I should have just wrote that race out. But as you can see, when I did put that race up, the timer didn't even start when I took off. So I had totally been off the internet the whole time the race started. Everybody disappeared. So there really wasn't nothing else I could do. Unless somebody has a suggestion for that next time. It hurt, but still, hey, this is Zwift. We gotta go. And as you see, they left me on this race as we took off, but I slowly came back up to number 3, and I said, well, I'm not trying to kill myself. I'm trying to get my numbers lower, but my heart rate is sustaining that high number. And I promise you on this, if I missed them first 2, that 5 o'clock in the morning and that 11 o'clock, I doubt I'd ever do another 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just too late for me on a Saturday. Like I said, even on a Saturday for me, I'm kind of in the idea of slowing down my day because I'm usually laying down about 8 o'clock at night. So I'm looking at this going, and I can feel it. I felt it. That's why I stretched early, and I felt it. So I thought, well, and I did hit this feather a little too early. But I gotta admit, I'm tired. This is one of the races where, Tandem, thank you, man. You push me too much. The rest of y'all, Michael, G. Allen, man, A. Martin, y'all are beasts, man. Y'all are beasts. Y'all are power hungry. Gobble up anything in front of you, racers, and I enjoy racing with y'all. If somebody can also tell me how to join a team, I notice people have the in parentheses names behind it. Is that all you do, or do you go to the team site and try to join? I want to join a team, so if anybody have any comments for me joining a team, I would love to get those from you because I would like to join one of these teams now. As we go through this race, you see I'm coming down. I'm still in front. I can't put any look at my watch. As you see, it's down. And then that's even with me coming out of decline. I'm trying to rest myself, and my heartbeat will not calm down. It's like, we're tired, Mr. Lewis, and we're gonna go ahead and just call it a day. And I'm not giving up on myself. I refuse to do that. I'm just at a point where that first one and that third one spent a lot of me. I've really not been funny. I really thought the second one was one of my races that would have been nice because I raced there a ton. I did the World Race 1 there, and you see I did real good. So I was thinking to myself, this is going to be that second one was going to be something I really wanted to race. If it didn't happen so late that night at 11 o'clock, I was I was dreaming of sheep. So I was never going to make that last set. But I gotta admit, this race was one of the races where I thought at least I could finish with the front of the pack. My goal was, and there's 17 of us, I just didn't want to be last. And for me, don't get me wrong, I'm not thinking there's no reason for me to be last. I need to go ahead and push through and see how good I can do with this. So I just kept pushing. But as we get to this next hill, I try to move my meter up so I can put out a little bit more wattage by just metering it up and making it a little tighter. But once I see Tandem them just huffing past me, I felt like I was just standing still. And once they passed me, I tried to catch back up to them, as you noticed. But this race, because of how hard I was pushing, I really feel like if I had done these 4 in the morning, I would have had a total different result on this one too. But I don't know about the second one. The second one, I didn't get to see the end of, so I can't say definitely that I would have won that race. I don't know. So as I'm pushing through this race, I'm tied up in 12th spot. And I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe I can hold on. He said, I saw somebody in the comments say, don't race until you get the last cul-de-sac. But by the time we get, as we're riding, I don't have a kick in me left. And that's the problem with me now, is that my legs are gassed. And I really don't have a kick in me. And so this race is good, but I'm not able to get going. I want to kick it off, and I just can't kick it. I keep trying to kick it, but I just can't get the kick in, and it's frustrating because I can't get the kick in. But I'm still trying to ride, and the only reason I'm catching up with them because it's a negative. So with the negative plus me just doing what I'm doing, you know, my numbers and my pedals hadn't changed. I'm actually pedaling at what if I was to try to do, if I do a 25-mile race, my numbers look almost identical, except my heart rate will be about 138, 140. So I'm doing exactly what I'm doing here, and my heart rate will be that high. In fact, this is Sunday when I do my voiceovers. I did the race to hell today, and these are the set numbers I had the whole race, which is a 14-miler. And my heart rate was like 140, 142 the whole time. So the morning and the afternoon makes that much difference to me as I race. But because my body, I'm a bigger guy, my body wears down over the day. It's not good for me to really do anything in the afternoon unless I'm home for the most of the day and I can take a nap. Sometimes if I get a chance to take a nap and I don't have nothing else to do in that day, I will race twice and I can do longer races then. So as we get going, as we come on to another hill, it's a 5%, which is almost at my point where I start losing speed, but I can really hang with these, where if I got enough speed coming into them, I can hold it, but I can't get my legs to give me the extra power. I'm talking to them, telling them to give me the power, but if you look at the screen, I'm kind of tired. I'm tired, but just because I'm tired don't mean you give up. If I can't catch them in front and I'm in 12th, don't let the ones behind me catch me and I stay where I'm at. So, as you see, I'm at 9 miles an hour, and in my head I'm going, I gotta go faster, but I've been pounding at 160 for so long that I'm just tired. I burnt through the extra little energy I had, but I refuse to fall back any further. So as I'm riding, I'm going, I can't fall back any further, and I look at the guy behind me. Now my objective is 17 seconds ahead of me with 2 miles, I can catch that if it was flat and I had the energy to push through it. But right now, I'm not being funny. I'm doing 70 pedals a minute. That's normally my cruising pedal, 65 to 70 pedals a minute. So I'm really at my cruising point. My wattage is down. My heart rate is actually that high. I'm looking at it on my watch each time I'm looking down, and I'm watching I have a Polar wristband that I have right up just below my elbow, right down the veins right there. So I try to get a good a good beat with it. It's hard to find a chest strap that's actually big enough. In fact, I may be able to do it now because I've lost a lot of inches. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to get a chest strap. So I will look into that this week to get a chest strap. I think that'll end the idea of me losing my heart rate. Every once in a while you see it go blank up there because I get so much sweat it's on my arm. And I'm thinking y'all that I try to remember to give the bombs back. But this race was one of them ones where I look at and go, I'm proud of myself for finishing it in the 12th spot. It may not be number one, it may not be all the way up in the top, but I placed in a place where, for today, outside of that second race, this would have been a perfect day for me. Yes, I lost this one, and it wasn't because it was super hilly. It was just enough hills, and I was just tired enough that I couldn't kick it in with them at the end. But I want to thank Tandem, M. Bennett, the rest of y'all on here, MK. Hey, you right up north for us, Canada. MK, all of y'all, I want to thank y'all for the race today. These were great races, man. Mark, thank you for watching my channel. Thank all of y'all. If you watching my channel, like and subscribe to it. Give me any healthy comments to help me out on this, because I've used some of them today, as you notice. I try, if you give me comments, you give me healthy advice, I try to use it, because I'm learning how to race. I think that when I do make it to Class C eventually, I will be a good racer. I may not be a great racer, but I'll be a good racer because I'm taking all these comments. I am always willing to do anything to help me get better. And I'm taking these comments and I'm using them to get me there. So thank y'all for doing that with me. Thank y'all for riding with me. And as I come around this corner, we got less than a mile left, and I'm just thinking, okay, Lou, cool. I'm just gonna try to hold on to my 12th spot. I see that I'm pretty much too far behind the guys. I look at the map, I'm too far behind the guys to actually catch up to them. And so I decide that I'm not gonna get past anymore. So I decide just to sustain this 12th spot. And I just ride out with this one. And I think that next time we ever have these races again, I'm gonna try my best to keep even measuring out how much I put out in these races. And I'm learning how to measure it, and it's because of y'all pushing me. It's because of me learning from advice from what y'all give me. Thank you very much. We're coming up around a half a mile left. I'm looking at coming out this tunnel. I'm trying to see, okay, is this gonna be a climb or is it gonna be a flat? And it feels more like a flat, and I just keep riding, and I'm thinking to myself, man, my legs are jelly. That's what I'm thinking. I'm being honest. That's what I'm thinking to myself. My legs are jelly. I don't like the idea of doing these afternoon races. I bow down to anybody who does do it, but not me anymore. I won't do these anymore. These 5, I will start over and reschedule everything to do something later. But I don't like past noontime. I really don't like racing. Especially if I'm out working that day, and I ran a ton of errands. Like I said, I'm building a garden, and we're bought some fruit trees and stuff, and so I had a lot to do today, and I just made sure I got back in the house to do this race. And I gotta admit, after this race, the rest of my night was nighttime. It was time to go to, I took a shower and just was ready to go to bed the rest of the night. This thing really took it out of me today, and I know it's because I did it so late in the day. And as we were riding to the end, I'm just going, I will not lose my 12th spot. Remember, no matter if you do it in the day, you do it at night. This is something that helps you get in shape. This is something that helps you lose weight. And this is for y'all like smaller guys, this is something to help you maintain your health. So just because it wasn't meant for me to be at my normal time, I still did it. And I still like what I'm doing. And as you see, and even at the end of this thing, it goes, I don't like you. And it kicks up to a 7%. And I'm just going, I refuse to let this guy behind me catch me. I'm giving this thing, you notice I've been riding at 60 watts, 60 revs a minute. I'm at 88, 90. I refuse to get past the last end of this race. I give it everything I got left. I am exhausted, but I did it. Thank you. If you like my material, please like and subscribe. And I will catch you on the next one. I'm doing the road to hell on the next day. So we'll see you then.